Hello everyone, welcome to Naomi's Bookshelf. Welcome to TBR Clue for August. I am getting a spare moment to film. It's July 20th. I've read 11 books. I think I've hit all my prompts, so we're gonna give myself a double up option here this month. I've been reading a fair amount actually, but I don't wanna challenge myself too much. However, that being said, I am realizing how far behind I am on my nonfiction goal. So I'm gonna try to load this TBR up with nonfiction. I will be using TBR clues to try to direct me, but we'll see how that goes. I have my cards here, and I have 4 books picked out for the book club things I'm a part of, but that's it. So let's try to load this TBR up, get some nonfiction read, and just have a nice reset with all of that. Okay, I'm going to shuffle. I don't know what's the point in me shuffling. I always pull. I feel like it works better for me just to have more random prompts pulling. So I'm gonna pull a card from here and that will dictate how I play it to put a book in. So let's show you with the first card. This one is the billiards room. So this one could be a book with numbers. It could be a book that's about a game, a sport. It could be a multiple POV probably, because it's more than one person playing. I have options here. I'm not sure which I'm gonna pick, but I also feel like kids play games a lot, and I have a middle grade on my shelf that I need to read, or I'm reading for a prompt. So I'm gonna probably pick that in regards to the billiards room. I'm gonna go with Barbara Woodhouse's Book of Ponies. This one is for the book covered book club, as the prompt is to have a horse on the cover. As you can clearly see, I feel like you can play a lot of sports with horses, like the equestrian competitions are sports related in my opinion. And then this one I got as a book club. It was in a book box. I think it was for Peter Pan, and it is, I don't even know what it is. It has pictures of this. It's on my shelf wasting space, and I might love it, I might not. I need to just read it and get it done, and it's nonfiction, so I'm gonna count it as my nonfiction, or at least one nonfiction, because I am trying to load up my TBRs with nonfiction. So the next prompt will be the revolver. So this one could be any number of things, and last time I used it as a shot in the dark, something I didn't know anything about, but I'm not gonna do that this time because I know what all these books are about. So I gotta think about how to do this. I'm gonna go with one I have as an ebook as well. I'm trying to play smart here. So I'm gonna go with the Lazarus Files. This one I have read, or not read, I have watched like an hour-long documentary style version of what this one was about. This has interviews, and all I know of this one is that, I mean, I did watch an hour-long thing, so I kind of know a bit more than a little. I think that this one is about, what's her name? Sherry, and she was murdered in her home, which was presumed to be a burglary gone wrong. However, her husband's old girlfriend, whose last name was Lazarus, was actually the one who did it. And because she was a police officer, she was able to hide her tracks and get away with it for decades. I'm pretty sure she was shot in this, and if not, I will correct it. But I'm gonna put it in here. Police officers also use guns. It is a part of their uniform to protect themselves and innocent bystanders. So I'm gonna be putting this one in for the revolver. Next prompt is the dining room. I think I can make this work. I think I can, but actually maybe not. I don't know. We're actually gonna put in the summer read-along book, which is The Tale of Genji by Murasaki Shikabu. This one I have been reading since June 1st. It is a very long book, and it is actually, I am starting it from here. So this will be for this prompt. I won't even actually have that much left. I'll be only this much left at that point, but I'm counting this because I want to have it worthwhile. I'm putting this in for the dining room because at a dining room, you tell stories and you can take a long time. You can discuss things. And this is very much a book where I'm, one, discussing it with a group of people, but also two, it's a mouthful. You have to chew on it. You have to think through it. It's not a quick, easy read, and that's okay. Not every book has to be, but it's definitely a bit more of a thoughtful book to read. And I think this will work for the dining room in the terms of the amount of time and effort you have to put in. You have to chew through it slowly, but also it's a discussion book for me. And what do you do at a table when you're eating? But discuss and have conversation. The next prompt will be the rope. The rope, I'm not sure what to do for this one because I actually struggle with this prompt a lot. However, never mind, that was the wrong one. Let's pick a different book. So for the rope, I will be doing Breaking Free by Rachel Jeffs. This one is about the FLDS cult and Rachel Jeffs who broke free from it and ran away. This one, she is actually the daughter of Warren Jeffs, so he's their prophet. And I find this one to be very interesting, or this discussion, these books to be very interesting, as just a look at how someone can find the courage to leave something that is clearly horrible, but something they don't know any differently from. This one, though, I am counting for the rope because I feel like, one, in this culture, you're very much tied to your family, and to break free would mean like severing those bonds, cutting those attachments. And also, I feel like as Rachel probably experienced, she's probably felt very much tied down and unable to make any powerful choices or even able to make any minor choices. So I feel like this will be working for the bondage she probably feels in. I'm gonna pick another prompt now. Okay, the next one will be the kitchen. I don't know if I have something that works for this, but I will find something on my nonfiction shelf. Let's go with this one. It's Shakespeare's Pub, A Barstool History of London, as seen through the windows of its oldest pub, the George Inn. This is by Pete Brown, and it has a kitchen. It's serving food. We'll go with that for the kitchen. This is a book I picked up a while ago. I think it was a used library sale or library book sale, and I was interested in it. I still am, but I have not picked it up yet. So we're gonna put it on here and just see what it's like in the Tudor era, about Shakespeare, and about this pub in particular. Prompt number 6 will be this one, Colonel Mustard. Well, I guess I'm gonna go find a World War II or something historical fiction. So the book I'll pick for Colonel Mustard will either be this one or Smoke and Mirror, I believe, which is our next buddy read with Nikki and Berna if we're reading that in August. I really can't remember right now. But this will be the placeholder for now. This is George Washington, Benedict Arnold, and the Fate of the American Revolution by Nathaniel Philbrick. This one is a bit of a chunky one, but it's actually not that bad. It's like 350 pages, and it follows George Washington and Benedict Arnold. I read a biography about Benedict Arnold in November. Loved it. I was so engrossed, and I needed to know more about Benedict Arnold and George Washington and the Revolutionary War, which I learned about as a kid, but not like in a long time. So I will be putting this one on there unless I'm reading Smoke and Mirrors or Smoke and Ashes. I can't remember what it is. Anyways, unless I'm reading that one, I'll be reading this one. I still have 3 books to get on here, and I haven't. So let's try figuring out if we can get one of these or one of them into these. Let's pull the next one. Dr. Orchid, thank goodness I have one. I will be going with None Like Him by Jen Wilkin. This is 10 Ways God is Different from Us and Why That's a Good Thing. So it's a very short nonfiction. It is my book Buzzwordathon book, as it is the word like, I believe, is the prompt for it this time around. So if it's not, I'll switch it out, but I feel like it's the word like. And I'm excited to read this one. I think it's just about different characteristics that us people are definitely not. I am definitely not infinite. I'm definitely not all-knowing. I'm definitely not all-powerful. And it's neat to see how God is different from us and how that is an amazing attribute of him. So I'll be picking this one up for Buzzwordathon and for the Dr. Orchid prompt because there are flowers on the cover. Next one will be Miss Scarlet, and I have one for this too. I'm gonna pick up Matilda. So I have this Roald Dahl collection of just treasury stories. And for the prompt for the Golden Girls Reading Challenge is to read a book that is set in an academic location. Matilda, if I remember right from the movie, is very much set in a school. And I have never read, I've read Charlie and Chocolate Factory and that series, but I've never read anything else. So it'll be good to pick up Matilda and get this book somewhat read through a little bit. as I've owned this one for a little while, and I should probably crack it open. This will also be one of my classics for this month that I've never read before, so hopefully that can encourage me to pick up a classic as well. So we've got one left, and that's Evil Under the Sun. So let's see if we can fit Evil Under the Sun into whatever this prompt is. The Lead Pipe. I'm gonna count it. So, Evil Under the Sun is set on an island, or the murder happens on an island. I don't know how much else I can go into. I know Poirot's on vacation, and the back says, auburn-haired, sun-bronzed Alina Marshall lays on the beach in a backless white bathing suit. Sorry. A pity, though, Poirot, that someone so beautiful should be so brutally murdered. And if I remember right, this happens like on a beach by the water. So I'm gonna count it as the lead pipe with water. Also, this is for my Agatha Christie prompt of the 40s and 50s. I don't know what year this was published in originally, but it is in that bracket. So yeah, basically I use the lead pipe for anything water related. River, island, anything water related gets the lead pipe. And I'm happy because it works. So this is my TBR. Obviously this one I'll have mostly done by the time I'm reading it for August, but I'm actually really happy with this. I have 6 nonfiction and 4 fiction, and no, 3 fiction. So that's already making a dent into my nonfiction goals. And I'm actually excited for all of these. So please let me know in the comments what you'll be reading in August. If you read any of these, what you think of them, or if you'd like to buddy read them, please let me know that as well. I'd love to chat down there, and we can discuss our views on books. I'd love to talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like, and if you are not subscribed, please do if you would like to see more content from me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
In a house that I don't know,